This is going well. This is fine. She's like, yeah, well, you know, you've got a crown, but I've got a crown too. I mean, hers is bigger. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to the royal generation of my Medieval Legacy Challenge. It's a Saturday evening, the king's out for a jog with his knight bodyguard. This is a mod, by the way, that you can actually tell a sim to follow you, and they'll do exercise with you, go for a jog, go for a walk. It's a fantastic mod, because it means that I can have him be escorted when he's out for a run, and he's quite conscious that he needs to be fighting fit because he's a general of an army. He'll continue following me until I tell him not to. So stop following. So he's now free to have autonomy again. Exercise together. I believe that's actually the name of the mod. But anyway, my plan for this part. Tomorrow is actually Lily's birthday. It's also tax day. Given that we said we'd have a party for Benedict and socialize Benedict with the nobility, I'm thinking we might do that tonight. Take a bath. You deserve it. The kids are currently in bed, but they will be hungry when they wake up. Desiree's cooking some food, but also we can magic up food if we need it. So as I'm recording this, the new pack hasn't come out, the new expansion pack, just if you're wondering, because I suspect the video will come out after the pack has dropped and the pack, like the base game update and stuff, but it hasn't dropped yet. Maybe I'll choose dinner party. Let's try house party. It could be a disaster. And we want to invite nobility. By the way, I did age up the save. Spent a couple hours doing that yesterday. So Bartholomew and Gabriel are both elders now. Emily is also an elder. She's actually older than Bartholomew, so halfway through her elder life cycle, I suppose. We might invite Liliana. That's Desiree's daughter, because Desiree obviously has a full-time job. Her daughter is the main liaison to the other spellcasters for the war effort, so she's the equivalent of Benedict. Why do we say Ray is in town? Or Ray? I always get their names wrong. Ray is in town. Is the baby Rhea? I have a feeling I actually called the baby Rhea, which makes it even more confusing. The other thing is that we were supposed to be inviting eligible bachelorettes, and he seems to mostly know the males. I'm seeing a lot of blokes in here, like Richard. There's a lot of commoners in here. There are royal, like, noble ladies in the kingdom. We just apparently haven't met any of them. And obviously we're having it here, and we're doing it now. Well, let's say 8 p.m. so I can get a little bit organized. So yes, we disappointingly don't know many noble ladies. Let's just check in on the toddlers. Obviously this is the last generation where the stats of the heir matter. I've been a bit remiss with Lily's stats, so my plan, because her birthday is tomorrow, is just to try and get these both to 3 so that she can have not top-notch toddler, but whatever the one below that is. Mediocre toddler. Whatever that trait is. Oh, Rhea. See, I did call her Rhea, and her aunt is Ray. That's not confusing at all. I am 100% going to get that wrong every single time. Victor is like the most influential, probably other than Gabriel now, actually, but he lives in Windenburg, like central Windenburg, so he's more influential. Let's do a smooth apology, and then I want to introduce him to Benedict. He's the kind of sim that wouldn't agree with allying with the Fae. I get that energy from him. Let's talk up Benedict. We'll see how that goes. Yes, I do feel very strongly about Benedict. He does seem like good company. That's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that actually goes. If I can get him on side, that will help. See, now he's yelling at me. These two really don't get on. They actively don't get on. Awful compatibility. Awful compatibility. Offer a listening ear. Maybe we can win him over with kindness. What's our fear? Fear of death. Well, he is an elder. Let's do that. We'll do another smooth apology. It seems unfair. He's the one that keeps yelling, but also I always love this interaction. You have to talk to an elder about your fear of death and remind them of their own fear of death that is coming. I always find that a really funny interaction. It would be amazing if I could get Richard to actually be on side with us. Feels like it's been forever since you've been romantic with your partner. Look, Fiona, calm down. You were romantic with him not long ago. That's why there's a baby in... Oh dear. Oh. Apparently having 20 odd Sims on this lot isn't doing me any favors, you guys. I know you've got morning sickness or evening sickness. It's 11 p.m. You're entertaining your beautiful older sister. She was always quite jealous of Ray because Ray was, you know, the beautiful older sister who was going to inherit the kingdom, father's favourite, blah, blah, blah. But I think Fiona's kind of come into her own a bit. Obviously, she's now a queen too, which helps. This is going well. This is fine. She's like, yeah, well, you know, you've got a crown, but I've got a crown too. I mean, hers is bigger. So I'm going to just let them talk. They do actually get on very well. Oh, also, did I hear whether... Okay, he never actually told me how he felt about Benedict. And I also don't know where Benedict's gone. Okay, so these two got a sentiment. That's good. Oh, you are very hungry. Where are you, little one? Oh, her food has expired. Emergency battle stations. We're going to lose a toddler here if I'm not careful. Strictly speaking, I have to have 5 kids. No one said I have to keep them for this generation, but feels like not ideal. Stop having a tantrum. I get that it's frustrating that your food expired just as you were about to eat it. I know you're very hungry. I brought the food all the way up for you. It's going great, you guys. I'm basically trying to socialize Benedict with the nobles. There we go. Have you met my cousin? Okay. Sounds like a pleasure to be around. Look, that is fair. Yeah, Martin. Martin is always ready to get down. Martin, I don't think is married yet. So he's one of the most eligible bachelors in the kingdom right now. You should marry her. You guys would be cute together. Plus then Desiree would be the mother of Lady Goth. I don't know. Benedict didn't seem that interesting. Marcus! How is this a wedding group dance, by the way? Why didn't they have a wedding dance? Yeah, you can like small talk. Why didn't they have a wedding group dance that looked more like the kind of dance people do at a wedding, like a waltz? Why? Why is this the wedding group dance? I have many complaints about my wedding stories, and that is the biggest one, mainly because of medieval, let's be real. All right, let's free everybody quickly. Just because I want to see how they get up with. Let's talk up Martin. You're the ambassador to the spellcasters, I've just decided. I mean, it makes sense. She's the most prominent spellcaster other than Desiree in the kingdom, so, because she's Desiree's daughter. What she would mean as a mother of future Goths, I don't know, because she was born out of magic. To refresh your memory, she came to be because Desiree wished on a wishing well for a child, and this was the child that she magically kind of manifested, I guess. Wow, I'd love to get to know her. You would. I love that he's just in here on his own. What are you doing? He's like, peace and quiet in the toddler's room. I mean, it is pretty quiet in the toddler's room. She is great, Martin. You're right. It's not surprising, but Lily's highest trait by far is movement because of the amount of walking that they have to do in this castle. Like, I queued when I was trying to get her to come up here to go to bed earlier. She had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Like, it's hilarious. It's Sunday morning. It's the first day of winter. I think there's seasons in this save 2 weeks, so it's going to be a long winter. It always is a long winter, but it's quite pretty at the moment, and I think all my toddlers are in bed right now. So I realized in the course of searching for an eligible potential bachelorette for Benedict that I've been very remiss in having Fiona make friends with the ladies of the kingdom. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, she's going to go out. I'm going to abandon my toddlers. I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll eat and stuff while we're gone, right? And I'm actually going to take her out to at least visit Martin's younger sister. She's not the Lady Goth, but she's Art Lady Goth. I love that we've come into the kitchen to snarf a cupcake. I just told her to get food. That was her decision. Oh, Sarah. Really? I think I'll take Desiree just because the Queen does not travel unprotected. Now, strictly speaking, they're not in our neighborhood because this is its own neighborhood, but they are just down the road. So when we have a look at the map, I'll show you. This is actually the Goth State. They're on the biggest lot in Windenburg, other than possibly the farm, actually. And of course, because she's high maintenance, she immediately got angry because I forced her to leave the house. Anyway, it's fine. She doesn't know Martin. You've got to get to know Martin. He's such a sweetie. He's out here waiting to greet the Queen. I love Martin. Look at him. Look at that face. And this is his mother. Let's share the big news. For those who've been watching for a long time, Isabella is a descendant of original Isabella. She's of that line. Mortimer Goth is in her family tree, but she is far enough removed from the Goth line that I figured it didn't count as inbreeding anymore. None of them would know. Where's Desiree gone? She's over here just being polite, keeping watch. Sweetie, are you okay? Go inside. Go inside. It is cold out here. Low-key Goth State, being very low-key and goth. We're actually here looking for Felicity. I love that you're like, how dare someone leave this book unattended? Lady, please do not die. This would be very bad. We're going to take Lady Goth in here. Come on. I like Isabella. Don't die. Okay, she's a normal color again. That's good. All right, she's shown up. This is Felicity. I don't know where she was hiding. Felicity Goth is the younger sister of Martin. So she's a noble lady. Fairly high-ranking noble lady. Share the big news. Make friends. What did we think of her, by the way? She thinks the queen is pretentious. She's the queen. She thinks Felicity is distant. I wonder if there's a little bit of, I want to say racism. Not racism, it's more like xenophobia. Her dad, who you look at the look on his face, maybe didn't approve of the king marrying a foreign queen or a foreign princess. Because obviously Fiona, coming from a different kingdom, she's not a Windenburg native. She's had to learn Windenburg customs and that kind of thing. It wouldn't surprise me if Felicity had a certain amount of that bias. Martin is a sweetheart and has totally been fine with everything. I wanted to meet some other female nobles so that Fiona would have people to socialize with. What I was thinking of doing was, once she's introduced herself to a couple, we'll form a club so that she can have her, you know, her ladies sewing circle. I mean, they're getting on okay. They're not having any issues right now. Also, it looks like Edward might be awake now, so she could talk over her relationship fears with him. There are other eligible noble ladies in the kingdom. I just need to track down where they live. It just sounds bad. This is a very big save. One thing I have to tell you guys, I know there's been a bit of a gap between parts between this one and the previous one just because of a few life things and stuff, but there's going to probably be a decent sized gap between this one and the next one because, oh, you hate the sun again, do you? Because every sim in this save has custom content eyelashes, and one of the things they're doing with the new base game update is they're introducing eyelashes. Even if Kajiko updates the eyelashes that I've used on all of the sims in this save, I'm gonna have to go through and update them potentially. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a default thing. I agree. Come in here and discuss your fears. Okay. So, you know, he's asking how the meeting with Felicity went, or the tea, afternoon tea. And she's saying it was fine. You know, she seems like a lovely, you know, charming young lady. I wonder if Fiona hasn't socialized a lot without him there, and he's like a powerhouse. He's a social powerhouse. So I wonder if he was a bit apprehensive that Fiona would go in, because she's quite a temperamental young lady. She'd go in and make everything worse with Richard. I was trying to get the whole family out here, but it was basically impossible. So, you know, the toddlers are all leaving. It's fine. Oh, she's here finally. Lily's finally arrived. It's hallelujah, the day has come. Yes, it is Lily's birthday today, so we are going to age her up in a sec. I just need to have Desiree go make a cake. But this is very cute. And these two are having a little snowball fight. They're so serious most of the time. It's nice that they get to actually relax, although it looks like a blizzard might be coming in. Either that or it's just the sun's. The sun's getting lower in the sky, but yeah. Barrow's like, ugh, wet toddlers. Now we have to go deal with that. Wonderful. All right. You are incredibly tired, actually, Lily. So, you know, given how long a walk it is, why don't you just have a nap on a couch? It's not very princess-like, but you're the crown princess. No, ain't nobody gonna tell you what to do. I have been building my magical prowess, actually, Tiana. Thank you for noticing. Just by transportalating around and summoning the occasional plate of food has actually gone up a level. So Desiree, for those playing at home, is a virtuoso. And that is what her current skills set looks like. I'm actually really glad I added Desiree to the household. The spellcaster thing is obviously hacks, but also having somebody who can make cakes and stuff that I can control directly makes a big difference, because in theory, I'm trying to stop these two from going into the kitchen to cook. I've kind of given up on stopping them going in the kitchen at all. I did try and do that, but they were kind of just coming in here autonomously to get servings of food and whatever, which is fine. You're looking for food. Where are you going? Sarah's decided to eat in the mausoleum. Is that what's happening here? Sweetie? Sweetie, where are you going? Well, that's creepy. She's like, yes, I'm gonna eat this bowl of whatever it is, unless the food has been put down here, which honestly wouldn't surprise me, but she's decided the place to eat her bowl of delicious food is amongst the graves of her ancestors and their servants. Where are you going? I am absolutely fascinated by this. Are we putting a bowl down? You've come down to have a chat to... Whose grave was this? I actually don't remember. I think this was... Leon. And Edward's like, Sarah, what are you doing? She's like, I don't know. So the reason I think that's Leon is I think Leon was the disgraced knight who a long time ago fathered a child with a queen. This one over here. So Grace was the original queen. No, she was the good one. Her son was Harold. Harold's wife was Mary. Along the line, it was Leon, the servant of the queen, indeed. If you remember Andrea's husband, who was adopted, the queen and the knight were executed. The baby was whisked away by a servant in the castle who was like, I can't execute a baby. And that was where he came from. It's a complicated backstory that I don't know that was particularly on camera, but I was doing all that in my head. I love that Desiree is just over here. By the way, what did you do with the cake? You've just dumped that cake somewhere, haven't you? I will never see it again. And it's probably been eaten. I should have been watching you this whole time. Where did the cake go, Desiree? Guess we're making another one, guys. Just sit on the floor. You don't. I know princesses don't sit on the floor, but just sit on the floor. Yeah, she's hangry. Okay, she's not had to go far. All right, we have a cake. I don't know where the first cake went. Maybe she never finished it. I don't know. Who's being flirty over there? Ah, you two cuties. I need to do taxes as well. Now, in terms of her traits, Lily is aggressive, a light sleeper, a picky eater, and wild. I pretty much have to make her hot-headed. So after midnight, I haven't done the taxes, but that's fine because we're not going to be making any new friends with Edward because the taxes obviously are based on how many friends he has. She's going to have an energy crash pretty much as soon as she's blown out the candles. Edward, no! He's not going to make it. It's all right. We'll watch, Lily. It's fine. Yeah, whooshy. You did a good whooshy. I love how she's giving a bit of simulation lag so Edward can get here before she ages up. Nope. Ah, cool. We've, awesome. Let's add those candles, because I feel like she's not actually going to age up now, is she? Can you put some clothes on, please? We don't want her around in her undergarments, Edward. All right, maybe you could help her age up then. I love that she's got all these needs that are dire, and the sim is like, but dollhouse, though. Let's try again. Yay! Let's see if she actually ages up this time. Hoppleborfna. At least there were more Sims here this time. Maybe Lily timed her blackout so that she could have more attention. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Woo! So, like I said, I pretty much feel like she has to be hot-headed. I don't know that she's evil. I don't like putting evil on child Sims unless there's a compelling story reason to. She's wild, she's spoiled, but I don't think that makes her evil. The other option is mean. Does she get angry easily or does she enjoy being vindictive? I think she just gets angry easy. I think I'm going to go with that. We're going to go with hot-headed. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. There is a decent chance she's going to end up, well, decent chance. There's a 25% chance she's going to end up being the queen. But that's future kingdom's problem. So, it's only 25%. She's a very physical child. Maybe I should go with Modoc. All right, let's have a look at you pre-makeover. She's so happy to be here. She's got a sweet little face. Definitely got a mother's face shape, I think. All right, you guys, this is little Lily looking beautiful as always. She's got such a sweet little face. Big eyes. Now, I did give her some likes and dislikes based on her personality to date. So she likes emotional decision makers and egotistical Sims. I figure her mum's very self-centered. So that checks out for her. Family motivated Sims like her dad. She likes dancing, fitness, horse riding, singing, things that are very active. She dislikes cross stitch. I do not see this child sitting and learning to sew and do dainty embroidery. This is not Lily. She likes complaining, but she likes affection and compliments. She's not vindictive or malicious. She's just very physical. She had the wild trait. That being said, she's in a bunch of very pretty dresses because she is the crown princess and therefore needs to be in pretty pretty dresses. So I've given her a couple of outfits for everyday and winter, and I think one for every other category. I mean, some of these we may even not even see, as is usually the case. I should probably have given her more than one athletic wear, but I'm also not sure, even though she might want to run around, swing on monkey bars and go jogging and all the rest of it. I don't know how much opportunity she'll get because she's going to be very protected. Like the king and like her mother, I did technically give her swimwear, but we're never going to see it. Like the king and like her mother, she's someone in the modern context, she'd have Secret Service or something. Like, she's not going out on her own to play at the park or any of that kind of stuff. She would always have Desiree or some knights or something with her. Given her personality, she probably is going to rebel against that a bit. Who knows? Maybe Lily, if she does end up having a little brother and ends up not being the heir, maybe she'll actually ultimately be grateful because she'll have more freedom. Here's little Lily in game. She's very tired, and I am gonna go ahead and, like, she needs a new bedroom and stuff. It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm gonna do that between parts. I'm gonna move her into one of the second floor bedrooms that are the double beds and stuff, and I'll move all her toys down so that way when the queen has the baby she's pregnant with, they can go into what was Lily's nursery. But I'm gonna do that in between parts. So there's one more thing I have to do now because we are running 3 hours late, is taxes. I figure it's not something I am punished for because it's actually of benefit to us to do this. Just going to quickly count up how many non-members of the family, non-animals are in this list. This is his good friends list. That then controls, we get 2,000 per. All right, so excluding the horse and the ghost and the immediate family, we have 37 people in this list. So we are adding 74,000. That puts us at 627,000. We're doing quite well in the money stakes. I did know money wasn't really going to be an issue for this gen, but I'm going to end this part here. She's currently in the second trimester. I'll play through probably until she's ready to pop, I think, before the next part. Find out if it's a boy, because if it's a boy, then they will be the future king. If it's a girl, then Lily's still in the running. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.